Hello and welcome to a build video. Now this is a different type of build video. This is one that I actually did not intend to make this week. Alice over here actually has been working with me on coming up with an upgrade to her current PC. What is your current PC currently?
Right now it's a custom build from somebody else that has an Intel i5 3570, I think it is.
Okay, so 3rd gen Intel, definitely a bit old at this point.
Yeah, no graphics card and is running on about 8 gigs of DDR3.
Okay, so we're dealing with some older parts, so it's definitely time to just build something brand new, which is where she started texting me and asking me like, hey, what do you recommend? What are you going to be doing with this PC?
Mostly I plan on doing animation and some story videos. I also want to use it for some gaming as far as like some downtime, because I work a full-time job, and even if I'm doing YouTube on the side, I need some time to chill.
Alright, and that is why we decided to go with Ryzen. You see, the big thing about the Ryzen platform is even at a lower SKU than what I have built, you can do all of that stuff. And essentially, you don't really need to spend, what, over $1,000 on a PC?
No, I mean, all of these with motherboard, CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, and a graphics card, I still spent like less than $600.
So, yeah, it's quite a compelling reason to go with Ryzen. And she picked the Ryzen 5 3600X. A great processor, which will give us a lot of bang for our buck here, and more importantly, should enable enough of a multi-core modifier that we can actually get some animation work done pretty quickly on this. In fact, I actually do think that 6 cores is actually great for entry-level animation, video production, etc. Until you start doing some pretty crazy stuff with LUTs and cameras like the one I'm using here, you really don't need to go too far above 6 cores.
Yep.
So, and then your motherboard right here is actually a B450 MSI motherboard. Now this one's important because it actually has the 3rd gen enabled little badge on here. This means that this motherboard has already been flashed with the appropriate BIOS for 3rd gen Ryzen. If you do not, you do need a CPU in order to update the BIOS, and then it will work just fine. And some motherboards actually have the ability to have their BIOS flashed without a CPU installed. But it's safer to just look for this symbol if this is your first time building. She also is going to be adding a GPU, because we're going with Ryzen, we don't have an APU to rely on, and having a GPU will allow that gaming performance that she's looking for. We have an RX 5800. This is still a very solid GPU for like what, 100?
It was like 120, I think.
120 bucks. This thing is still pretty solid. We're going to be installing the newest drivers, and we'll be double checking to make sure everything runs stable before we send her home. But hopefully, as my videos have proven, the drivers should be somewhat fixed at this point. And she did mention 32 gigabytes of RAM. This is a brand that I've never used before. They've kind of popped up more recently. So I'm actually very interested to see how these perform. You went with 3200 speed, which is, again, great.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, it is a good deal. We are going to be using the power supply from her old system because if I remember correctly, that's a pretty reliable unit. And
it's about 650 from Corsair?
Yeah, it's a 650 watt. It's not bad. It's a 650M. They still make it, which means it's still in use and not discontinued for any reasons like exploding.
I forgot the extra power supply cables. I know I have a couple extras and I left them at home.
Okay, let's hope that we have enough cables then. And then finally, she's also going to be using the hard drive and Windows from her old PC, and of course the case, which is actually a NZXT Phantom. It's kind of an old case, but as you can see, I did give it to you. As you can see from some of that B-roll there, I even was able to fit this plant in there, and I could still run the PC in there. Which means it's got a lot of room, and it's still very, very useful. You're going to want to clean it up a little bit before we drop our components in, but that's not the end of the world. So that's our build that we're doing today. All right, so now would be time for the GPU.
Okay. I really hope that we have enough cables.
Yeah, so far it looks like we do.
Okay.
I mean, actually, no, you are missing a very crucial one. You are missing a PCIe cable. Did Easy give you more cables?
I did have some, and that's what I said I left at home. But I was hoping that we didn't need. I don't know what they're like, power connectors. But I don't know if there might be some cables with the graphics card.
No, there's not really going to be, but you're in luck because I use a lot of Corsair power supplies and I think I may have some extras. Okay, so luckily I do have extra PCIe cables for Corsair power supplies. The question is, did Corsair change anything about their cabling over the years? Let's find out.
You're probably looking at like the last 4 years.
I think these power cables should work then.
I didn't buy any of this power unit.
It's okay. Worst case scenario, I have one. They fit.
They sit.
They fit, so hopefully this works.
But so it has 2 HDMI points, 2 display ports, and then the DVI. So this will help with running a 2 display setup for me, where I can have my my display tablet as well as my main monitor on.
Yep, just like that.
Satisfying.
Look, it goes into that top slot right there.
Okay.
Yep.
So then the fans are down.
Yes.
Hook will go in there, right?
Yep.
Cool. I know some things. This is my first GPU that I've actually like really installed to the point where.
Just give it a bit of a push. Oh, let me see. There it goes.
Well,
We definitely have fan spin, which is good. We got that, which... Oh, wow, look, that actually lights up down there.
holy shit.
Let's see. GPUs are spinning. It would also help if we had...
The monitor on?
Yeah. I do this for suspense every time. HDMI one. This is the same input I think we're in. Oh, wait, huh? AMD Ryzen 5, DRAM frequency.
32768.
That looks like a post to me. So
See, I've been able to get through this.
we're gonna rip the Band-Aid off right now.
Oh my god, it's there. It's not just a black screen with music. Of course, it's gonna take a little bit. Oh my fucking god. It fucking works.
Benchmark. What?
The fact that you were able to make it there. Like I said, it would freeze in the middle of...
There you go. This is what actual gameplay would look like.
Oh my god.
Now you can.
Oh my god. Holy sh... That was so fast.
That's why I was showing. That's why I went into creative, so that you can see. Does this look like it's lagging anymore?
No! Oh my god, I can play freaking Minecraft.
Oh, and it works at full resolution, which means, congratulations, it works.
Yay!
So, we know that this PC works, we can render stuff, we can do everything that you need to do on it. So, PC build done. What do you think?
I am super stoked for this. I mean, it looks great. Gaming Plus on the motherboard was an absolute plus on that. The monitor is different from the one that I have at home, but it's just temporary. It doesn't really matter too much, but it looks great. It seems like it's running properly. So I'm super excited to see what this thing is capable of doing and get to work.
All right, so that wraps this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, you can leave a like, comment, subscribe. We are actually going to be doing more PC builds in the next month and a half. I still have Gamer Guts' build, which is currently in the works. And then we've got one more that is a test system that we're going to be using to test some of the crazier ideas that you guys have actually come up with. So thank you guys so much for watching. Wolfie
And Alice.
out.